Did you ever hear of a man who was able to convince everyone he was Rockefeller, ate in private clubs, and even fooled his wife? Meet the ultimate impostor, Black Sheep Rockefeller, Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter. Today, we're heading into the unbelievable life of a con man who not only kidnapped his own daughter, but also got away with murder. You may not believe that this is real, but you will take an adventurous journey through deception, disappearance, and a life so twisted. Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter is a man of many faces, born on February 21st, 1961, in Siegsdorf, Bavaria, West Germany. His life reads like a Hollywood script, blending deception, mystery, and a dark twist of crime. But this isn't fiction. It's the unbelievable journey of a German imposter who is famous for his widespread lies across the United States. In his late teens, Gerhartsreiter set foot on American soil, leaving behind his German roots. He wasted no time in adopting a carousel of identities: actor, director, art collector, physicist, ship's captain, negotiator of international debt agreements, and even an English aristocrat. The man seemed to be a chameleon, effortlessly shifting from one persona to another. The climax of his deceit came in 1995 when, under the guise of Karl Rockefeller, he married Sandra Boss, a successful businesswoman. Claiming to be a part of the renowned Rockefeller family, Gerhartsreiter lived lavishly off his wife's income. However, the fairy tale took a dark turn when Sandra grew tired of his secretive and controlling ways, leading to a divorce that uncovered a trail of fabricated names and backgrounds. The plot got even more complex in 2008, when Gerhartsreiter abducted his own daughter Ray during a supervised visit, sparking a nationwide manhunt. His capture revealed a startling truth. The man known as Karl Rockefeller was a cunning kidnapper. Yet, this was just the tip of the iceberg. The investigation continued as authorities connected Gerhartsreiter to a 1985 cold case, the disappearance of Jonathan and Linda Sohus in California. As investigations intensified, his extensive list of aliases emerged: Christopher Kenneth Gerhardt, Christopher Chichester, Christopher C. Crow, Christopher for Mountbatten, and Charles Chip Smith. The manhunt took an unexpected turn when author Edward Savio, Gerhartsreiter's brief roommate, recognized him from news coverage and tipped off the FBI. As the layers of deception peeled away, Gerhartsreiter's early life in Germany came into focus. Born to Simon and Irmgard Gerhartsreiter, he claimed his mother was Ann Carter, an American child actress, but reality proved otherwise. His journey to the U.S. began in 1978, using a borrowed identity to gain entry and weaving a tale of fictional invitations from an unsuspecting American couple. From Berlin to Connecticut and to California, Gerhartsreiter's trail of deceit left no stone unturned. The story takes unexpected turns: a fake marriage for a green card, false military tales, and the abrupt departure from a life built on lies. Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter, a master of deception, created multiple fake identities that spanned decades and fooled even those closest to him. Christopher Chichester, the Guest House Gambit. Under the guise of Christopher Chichester, Gerhartsreiter found his way into the affluent community of San Marino, California. Taking residence in the guest house of Didi Sohus, he delved into a world of mystery and suspicion. Didi's son, Jonathan Sohus, and his wife Linda had vanished in 1985, with Gerhartsreiter claiming they had traveled to Europe. However, this was just the beginning of a chilling mystery. Pulled over in Greenwich, Connecticut, driving a truck that once belonged to Jonathan Sohus, Gerhartsreiter escaped questioning, leaving law enforcement with no proof of foul play. In 1994, bones believed to be Jonathan Sohus's were discovered buried in the Sohus's backyard. The postcard supposedly sent from France, received by the family, added another layer of intrigue. Forensic evidence later confirmed the bones' identity, but the truth remained elusive until 2010, unveiling a brutal crime. Christopher Crow, the television producer turned fraudster. Settling in Greenwich, Connecticut, Gerhartsreiter assumed the role of Christopher C. Crow, a television producer claiming involvement in the 1980s revival of Alfred Hitchcock Presents. However, his deception reached new heights when he provided S. and Phelps and Company with a social security number belonging to notorious serial killer David Berkowitz. Fired from multiple jobs, including Nikko Securities Limited, Gerhartsreiter abandoned the Crow persona upon realizing the police were closing in on him in connection with the Sohus' disappearances. Clark Rockefeller, the illusion of aristocracy. In 1995, Gerhartsreiter embraced the grandeur of the Rockefeller name, marrying high-earning McKinsey executive Sandra Boss under the alias James Frederick Mills Clark Rockefeller. The facade of a Quaker ceremony hid a marriage without legal standing, as Gerhartsreiter's deception reached astonishing depths. Despite Boss earning the family's income, he maintained complete control over finances and daily life. Living in Cornish, New Hampshire, Gerhartsreiter, as Clark Rockefeller, spun a tale of wealth and family ties to the Rockefeller dynasty. He gained membership to Boston's prestigious Algonquin Club, reinforcing his fabricated image. Boss, suspecting his falsehoods, hired a private investigator in 2006, but remained unaware of his true identity. After their divorce, Boss discovered the extent of his deceit, leading her to legally change their daughter's name to Ray Storomills Boss and denounce any ties to the Rockefeller family. Gerhartsreiter, agreeing to supervise visits and a settlement, later faced trial, revealing the shocking truth behind the charming Clark Rockefeller. Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter's life is a tale of identity hijacks and criminal adventures that would rival any suspense thriller. The saga takes a dramatic turn as we delve into the gripping events surrounding his custodial kidnapping and capture. In an act during a supervised visit on July 27, 2008, Gerhartsreiter, accompanied by his 7-year-old daughter Ray and a social worker, executed a daring escape in Boston's Back Bay neighborhood. Seizing the moment, he pushed aside the social worker, snatched his daughter, and fled in a sport utility vehicle, leaving chaos in his wake. A warrant swiftly followed, charging Gerhartsreiter with custodial kidnapping, assault and battery, and wielding the vehicle as a deadly weapon. The week-long search culminated on August 2, 2008, when authorities discovered him in Baltimore, Maryland, under the alias Charles Chip Smith. The arrest evolved with a clever ruse involving a catamaran supposedly taking on water. Gerhartsreiter was apprehended on charges of kidnapping and assault, and thankfully, his daughter was found unharmed in the apartment. The curtain of deception began to lift when, on August 15, 2008, law enforcement positively identified Clark Rockefeller as none other than Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter. Forensic examinations by the FBI laboratory in Quantico, Virginia, confirmed his true identity through fingerprint analysis, linking latent prints to documents in his immigration file from the 1980s. Legal proceedings ensued, with Gerhartsreiter facing charges of furnishing a false name to law enforcement. The complexity of his case deepened when his defense team deployed an insanity defense, alleging he believed his daughter communicated with him telepathically, pleading for rescue from London. During the trial in mid-2009, expert witnesses testified to Gerhartsreiter's diagnosed delusional disorder, grandiose type, and narcissistic personality disorder. Dr. James Chu, a prosecution psychiatrist, countered with a diagnosis of a mixed personality disorder with narcissistic and antisocial traits. The jury, presented with compelling evidence, convicted Gerhartsreiter on charges of kidnapping and assault, resulting in a prison sentence of 4 to 5 years. The story doesn't end there. In 2011, Gerhartsreiter faced murder charges in connection with the 1985 disappearance of Jonathan Sohos. The subsequent trial in 2013 ended with a first-degree murder conviction, shedding light on a dark chapter in his past. Sentenced to 27 years to life, Gerhartsreiter's legal battles continued, including a reduction in his sentence on appeal. If you enjoyed this story as much as we did, please tap the like button before we finish our exciting journey into the fascinating life of Christian Karl Gerhartsreiter, a man with many different personalities. And remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you always know when we share more thrilling stories from the world of true crime.